Morning, everyone. Get my technical equipment. So, thank you very much for having me here. Thanks to Vasant for inviting me to come to the show. For me, it's the first time that I'm in India, and already from the, let's say, first 30 or 40 hours I'm here, I must say that I'm really impressed what I saw, both on the retail side and also when it comes to this show here. Very professional, very nice looking. So I'm really happy that I made it this year to come here for the first time. So what I want to share with you now are some of the design and technology trends which we see right now in the European retail market. Retail in Europe, not only in Europe, in many other parts of the world as well, right now is in the process of a really dramatic change. Probably the most dramatic change maybe since ever retail is existing, but for sure since the introduction of self-service. And why are we in a dramatic change? But first of all, e-commerce growth is still significant in many European countries. We have a continuous double-digit growth year by year in e-commerce. The markets are far away from saturated, and we expect this growth to go on in the coming years. Second, we have the connected consumer. So 10 years ago, no one would have thought about a consumer walking into a store with his smartphone, being able to compare prices, to shop directly from the smartphone. That is something which has been developing in the past 5 or 6 years, and which is going to continue, of course. We have 100% connected consumer wherever he or she is, and this, of course, affects everything retail is doing. A heavy need for investments in store concepts and technology is something which results from these two trends, from the e-commerce growth and from the developments in the mobile sector. And this, in to the strategy for the coming 3 or 4 years, doesn't mention the word omnichannel and doesn't mention the word mobile. And in the end, we have, when it comes to the consumer, still a rising awareness for sustainability, healthiness, and this creates other new challenges for the retail industry, not only regarding the assortments, but also regarding the way stores are built, the way materials are used, the way the fact of sustainable company, retail company is communicated to the customer is becoming more and more important. Just one slide with some figures which underline a little bit the importance of e-commerce, but also the importance of omnichannel. So if we look at the German market, we see that 1 in 2 retailers right now who's doing e-commerce also have brick-and-mortar shops. And we see this trend going up year by year. So if we look at the top 50 e-commerce retailers doing e-commerce in Germany, year by year, the quote of retailers which also have physical stores is becoming higher and higher. This is because almost every physical brick-and-mortar retailer is doing e-commerce, but also because more and more of the pure players of the e-commerce companies are opening stores, physical stores, to strengthen their brand, to get another touch point, not on the web, but on the physical side. So I think this is a very, very important trend to look at. On the other hand, we have a very high concentration in the e-commerce market already in Germany. A huge market share of Amazon, which is growing year by year. And we believe this market is going to become very complex in the coming years, but with very good chances for the physical brick-and-mortar retail to play a significant role in that. So, lots of things are happening. Retailers need to act. And what I want to do now is to show you some examples of some of the, in our opinion, most interesting, most exciting retail concepts and trends which we see right now in Europe. And I would like to start with this picture. It's from a supermarket in Germany, in the very south of Germany, actually close to my hometown. And this supermarket is run by an independent guy. He has, I think, 13 or 14 stores in the southwest of Germany, and this is very typical for the German food retail market. We have a lot of independence in the supermarket business, with from 1 to 30, 40 stores, which run their stores under the brand of one of the two big cooperatives we have in Germany. And the special thing about this is that the store owner has a lot of liberty in deciding how to design it, to run the store. And in this case, you see that we have a lot of innovative, very innovative materials. If it comes to the lighting, if it comes to the signage, he's using the handwritten signage in the fruit and vegetable department. He's using wood as a major element in the presentation of the fruit and vegetable. And all this creates a very, very nice marketplace atmosphere in the store, which makes it very convenient for the consumer to shop there. If we look at the department of the health and beauty assortment, we see a very unusual way of using colors and graphics here. Also, the way the ceiling is designed is very unusual and very special, but in the end very successful, because the customers really appreciate this kind of atmosphere in the store, which differs a lot from what a normal traditional supermarket offers. So it's very innovative, very colorful, a lot of natural materials also in use, and one of the most successful food retail stores and concepts we have all over Europe, I would say. Another example from the food retail business from Italy this time. So Coop Italia is a consumer cooperative which is owned by the consumers, which means they have some things they have to look very carefully at. That's sustainability, healthiness, and other things which are play a very strong role in the mind of the consumer. And this is also the way that they design their stores. So they use a lot of natural materials. They have a very nice combination between sustainability and ergonomics, which play a key role in the store concept. They use a lot of materials which are very common in Italian kitchens, like marble, like brass, like ceramics, for example, in the store. And the whole store, 75% of the store has a daylight influence. So daylight is reaching 75% of the space of the store, which is also a very important fact when it comes to create a convenient shopping atmosphere for the consumer. So this again is a very successful example of how food stores are designed right now in Europe. Natural materials, sustainability playing a key role, and creating marketplace atmosphere playing a key role as well. Another example from Germany, this time a store close to Düsseldorf. Another independent retailer. And what we see here is that he has, for example, his own coffee roastery inside of the store. So he actually makes his own coffee here, which a customer can choose and take home. And this shows that in food retail we really have a lot of innovation which relates to handcraft, to craftsmanship, to things which have been popular 150 years ago, like coffee roastery. Very innovative, and for those of you who have visited last Euroshop in Düsseldorf, you might have seen this store. It's not too far away actually from the town, and very recommendable to visit. Another concept which I would like to share with you in food retail. So in Germany, especially in the big cities, we have an increasing number of single households, single or small households. People who do not have a lot of time to shop, maybe don't want to stroll to the supermarket and lose half an hour until they found the products they need. So what they can do is they can go to this store, because this store presents everything you need for just one dinner or one lunch on one table. All the ingredients are there. And the recepts are there, so you simply choose the single products, take them to the checkout, go home, and you have everything you need to cook just for one dinner or one lunch, including the wine, of course. And they have, I think, around 15 locations right now, all over the country, all over Germany. I think, again, a concept which really reflects the current trends which we have in the society, at least in the big cities, which is a trend towards smaller households. Another thing which we see very often is that retailers really, when they design the stores, they look at the heritage of the building where the store is located. There's a Starbucks example from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Everyone knows how a Starbucks looks like. They look all the same all over the world usually. Not this one, because this one really relates to the location. This is a former bank location in Amsterdam. That's why the store is also called the bank. They have left many of the traditional Dutch elements of materials in the stores, like tiles, like wood, and all this together creates a very, very different atmosphere from a regular Starbucks store, but it gives the store, of course, a true identity, which the other stores do not have. And this is a trend. I will show some other pictures later, which we see all over the different sectors of retail right now, that wherever it is possible, retail companies try to sort of inherit the history of the building, and to reflect this history in the way they design the store. Another example, going back to Germany, these are two guys which have founded a very, very interesting concept in Germany. It's like a small corner store, something which, at least in Europe, is existing in a huge scale anymore. But they have tried to sort of revitalize this corner store concept. It's a small store with a small assortment. The owner is standing behind the counter, but in the same way you have a lot of technology in the store. They have a small cafe where you can take iPads. You can choose the products you want to buy, and whilst you are having a cappuccino or a coffee, the store staff is packing everything you need, and then you can take it home with you, or they even send it to your home. So a very nice combination of tradition and technology. They also have outside of the store, they have a virtual wall where when the store is closed, you can go with your smartphone and select different products, buy them, and make them send at home at your home. So I think 4 or 5 locations now in Germany, and very innovative people, we must say. Talking about click and collect, the advanced companies in Europe, in our opinion, are the retailers in the UK. I've brought an example from Asda because I think this is also very interesting what they are doing. So if you want to order online and to collect your merchandise, you can choose at what time and what day and what time slot you want to collect it, but you would pay different prices. So those slots which have a very high demand are more expensive than other slots, and that is also, I think, very innovative approach, which we do not see yet in so many other European countries. But we strongly believe that it will come this way. Anyway, click and collect, if you go to UK or to France, also all the big supermarket chains are offering this service, and it's very successful. What we also see is sort of a renaissance of digital price tags when it comes to technology, and the interesting thing here is these digital price tags, they are in place have been in place for technological development in terms of the graphics, the materials which are used for the science, which has led to sort of a renaissance. And we see many stores now equipped with these tags. If you look at an electronic store like MediaMarkt down here, this plays also a very important role in the omni-channel strategy, because they are able to react very fast if an online price is changing. For example, you have an expensive camera in the assortment, and you see that Amazon is offering this camera for 20 euros less than yourself in the store. Store manager is able to correct this immediately on the shelf and to offer a competitive price, which is, especially in the electronic business, a very important fact in e-commerce. So another, I think, quite mentionable technological trend. I now move to Italy to completely different sector. This is a pharmacy. You maybe would not notice that it's a pharmacy, but it is one. And what they have done, they have really combined or embraced nature in their store design, not only in the materials, but also in the ways they are designing the furniture, the colors they are using, and I think it's a very, very interesting example, because pharmacies usually have still a very traditional look when it comes to the store design, most of them at least in Europe. And this is something completely different, which for sure attracts the customer to walk in and to have a look, simply because it doesn't look like a regular pharmacy, but there's a lot of story behind, as I said, in terms of the relationship to nature. Another interesting concept, I don't know if everyone knows what a muesli is. If not, it's a traditional Swiss dish. It's a mixture of cereals and dried fruit, which many people have for breakfast. Also very popular in other European different combinations of mueslis are available. And this underlines another trend which we see in the market, which is the trend towards a very strong specialization. We have more and more very specialized, really specialized concepts, both on the e-commerce side and on the brick-and-mortar side, which might sell only one type of product. So I think this is another very interesting development which we see not only in the food sector but also in other areas. Another example of e-commerce retailer, a pure player, which went to open physical stores. So Cyberport used to be e-commerce retailer for electronic goods. They now also have their physical stores in different locations. Also in Germany. Just to give you another example of this omni-channel trends. You might have heard about this one. This is an Argos store in the UK. Argos is also an electronics retailer, and this store is only focused, let's say, on the omni-channel customer. So the customer is able to order the product online, come to the store, and on these fast-track lines within, I think, just 60 seconds to collect the product and to take it away with him. Very reduced store design, so the product is in the focus. Very digital oriented store design, and a truly new approach to electronics retailing, because what you see here in the store is only a very, very limited range of the assortment Argos offers. Everything else can be ordered online and either be collected at the store or be sent at the home of the customers. C&A, a fashion retailer, also offering a click and collect service. They have even created their own click and collect zone lounge, which you see down here, which is only dedicated to customers which order online and pick up in store, or return order online, return in store. So the omni-channel customer, let's put it that way. Another example from the German market, smaller fashion chain. The interesting thing is here that merchandise which has been bought online and is returned into the store, maybe because the size doesn't fit or something else, is directly checked in the store, and if it's still in a good shape, the store immediately puts it on the sales floor and tries to sell the product. So this, of course, reduces the logistical the logistics, because you don't need to send the products back to a warehouse anymore. If it's still in a good shape, it can be sold directly in the store. Few words to the topic beacons. So beacons are these little small things which you see here in the left corner. We have a couple of pilot projects running right now in Europe where retailers are using these beacons. Beacons enable the store to send short messages to the smartphone of the customer if Bluetooth is activated and if the app of the store is downloaded. And you can very personalize, you can send promotion messages, discount messages, or simply welcome greeting or something to your consumer when he enters the store. Still at the very beginning of the development of this technology, so we do not know yet whether it will be truly successful or not. But until a year ago, no one talked about it, so that's already very interesting. I'm going to skip this one. This is also a very good example, I think, of a successful fashion concept. So Primark, for those of you who are not aware what it is basically it's a discount fashion store where people can buy products at a very, very low price. It's very popular all over Europe, so wherever Primark opens a store, you have long queues of teenagers standing outside. But they also invest a lot of money in the way they design their stores. This is the store in Berlin, Alexanderplatz. Not a very nice location because Alexanderplatz has a rather, I would say, ugly architecture in many ways. Very often from the communist times of the and they were trying to sort of create a counterpole to that and to create something where the customers can explore, can discover. They have used local artists to put graffiti into the store, for example. Large parts of the store are very closely related to the history of Berlin and the history of Alexanderplatz. So it's another good example of how a location is really used to create a special identity by the retailer in this case. And the last example, a very colorful one from Vienna. This is also a fashion store which is located in a former bank. They have created what you can see here is what they call a best friends room, where the customers can sit down, can have a chat. They have iPads around where you can browse through the web shop of the store. And they have kept also here, they have kept many elements which used to be in this building before, which served as a bank in former times, like the flooring, for example. So a very nice combination of modern elements, of traditional elements, of strong colors, very fashionable in a very traditional location. So another good example of the important role the location of the store and the heritage of the store is playing today for many retailers in Europe. So, to come to the end, for those of you who have visited Germany or who plan to visit Germany and come to Cologne, in Cologne you find the Globetrotter outdoor store, which is, in our opinion, one of the most fascinating store concepts still we have in Europe. It's already a couple of years old, but it's still very worthwhile to see. It has an artificial lake down there where you can test boats, or you can test your swimming and diving equipment. It has a rain room for testing clothes. It has a cold room for testing clothes for the winter. It has many interactive elements. It's something e-commerce would never be able to generate, because it has a lot to do with test and feel and look. The whole store is all about experience, and I think it's sort of a perfect example also to close this presentation, because it combines so many elements, success factors of a brick and mortar store, which on a website we would never be able to find. So that's it from my side. I hope I was able to give you some insights in the trends we see right now, design and technology in the markets, and of course, if you have questions later on, I will be available throughout the day here, and looking forward to answer them. Thank you very much.